If you have ever felt disconnected from your authentic self, overwhelmed by responsibilities, or trapped in the life that does not reflect your true essence, this episode is for you. Hi there, welcome back to the Conversation Nook. I'm Swetha, your emotional freedom life coach with a background in neurocognitive psychology, counseling psychology, and neuro-linguistic programming. Today, we are going to dive deep into emotional freedom in personal life. Whether in relationships, as parents, or in your career, it's easy to lose sight of who we truly are. We often get caught up in fulfilling roles, meeting expectations, and dealing with the pressure of everyday life. If you have ever felt disconnected from your authentic self, overwhelmed by responsibilities, or trapped in the life that does not reflect your true essence, this episode is for you. Emotional freedom, as I have defined it, is about cultivating positive outlook towards the world, both within you, around you, being empowered by self-awareness, and embracing life with joy and authenticity. Let's explore how this concept can transform our personal life. At its core, emotional freedom is about living authentically. It's the ability to express yourself fully without fear of judgment or rejection. This freedom empowers you to set healthy boundaries, express your needs clearly, and take ownership of your emotions without being swayed by external expectations. Emotional freedom does not mean avoiding challenges or bypassing negative emotions. It's about understanding them and learning how to manage them more constructively. It's the difference between reacting to life's challenges versus responding with intention. Here are the 3 pillars of emotional freedom in personal life. First, self-awareness. Recognizing your emotions, triggers, and values allows you to align your actions with who you really are. 2. Healthy boundaries. Knowing where you begin and others end helps you protect your emotional space. 3. Authenticity. Being true to yourself even when it's difficult reconnects you with your inner joy and purpose. Try this. Take a moment to reflect and think, where in my personal life have I compromised my authenticity, and what small steps can I take to reclaim it? Evolving relationships and emotional freedom. In today's world, the traditional idea of provide and protect in relationships is evolving. No longer is it about one partner providing financial stability while the other offers emotional support. We now know and understand that both partners, whether in a romantic relationship or in a non-romantic relationship, need to feel respected and understood. It's not about men need respect and women need love. Every individual, regardless of their gender, requires love, respect, understanding, and support. These elements form the foundation of emotional freedom in any relationship. And as you grow together, it's crucial to maintain your individuality. Losing yourself to become one unit with another person can lead to resentment and disconnection. Reflect on this. Am I clear about my values, my deal breakers, and my boundaries in my relationships? How can I begin to define and communicate them more effectively? Emotional freedom as a parent, nurturing without losing yourself. Parenting often leads to a common experience, losing sight of who you truly are beyond being a caregiver. You might find yourself always putting your child's needs ahead of your own, and while nurturing is important, it's essential to recognize that you cannot pour from an empty cup. Emotional freedom in parenting is finding that balance. It's about staying connected to your core self while also modeling emotional resilience, self-awareness, and boundary setting for your children. To co-regulate with your child and help them manage their emotions, you must first learn to self-regulate. Ask yourself, what are the small ways I can reclaim my individuality as a parent? How can I show up for myself as much as I show up for my child? Emotional freedom in your career, defining success on your own terms. In the pursuit of professional success, it's easy to adopt to roles and identities that don't align with who we truly are. Emotional freedom in your career means living in accordance with your core values, whether those values include creativity, autonomy, or meaningful impact. Rather than sacrificing your emotional well being for external success, it's about finding that work life balance that honors your true self. Emotional freedom empowers you to shift from chasing validation and external rewards to building a career that reflects your authentic desires. Consider this. Am I pursuing a career that allows me to express my true self, or am I sacrificing emotional freedom for external success? How can I start aligning my professional life with my core values? And what are my core values? Recognizing and managing emotional triggers. One of the biggest obstacles to emotional freedom is not understanding your emotional triggers. Whether it's in a relationship or as a parent or at work, we all encounter moments that provoke emotional reactions based on our past experiences. But emotional freedom teaches us to pause and ask, why is this situation triggering me? For example, when a colleague criticizes your work, instead of reacting defensively, emotional freedom allows you to reflect on the deeper cause of your reaction. Perhaps a past experience of feeling invalidated or overlooked. Recognizing these patterns help you shift from reactive behavior to an intentional response, creating more space for growth and connection. Next time you feel triggered, pause and ask, what am I truly feeling? And is this reaction rooted in my present reality or tied into a past experience? Take action to create emotional freedom in personal life. Emotional freedom isn't a passive state. It's a daily practice of intentional action. Whether it's setting boundaries, communicating your needs, or embracing vulnerability, the small, consistent steps you take each day build long-lasting emotional resilience. Here's where you can start. Set one small goal this week to exercise emotional freedom. Maybe it's expressing your true feelings in a relationship, or setting a boundary in your career, or making time for your individuality as a parent. And then notice how it feels to reclaim that space. Think about this. What's that one small emotionally free action you can take this week to reclaim your sense of self, whether in your relationship, as a parent, or in your career? Emotional freedom is about rediscovering who you truly are, embracing your unique journey, and expressing yourself authentically in all areas of your life, whether in relationships or as a parent or in your career. Emotional freedom empowers you to live with self-awareness, set boundaries, and show up as your true self. If this message resonates with you, don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. Thanks for tuning in to the Conversation Nook. Until next time, take care.